You, Igal, talk to me. Some Arsenal fans seem very happy. Some others seem a little bit frustrated. What is your take, mate?
We won the game. We made it very nerve-wracking, very, very nerve-wracking. But if you're going to talk about chance creation, don't talk about it after the game that we created the most amount of chances we've ever done this entire season. 37 chances, 17 shots on target. I think we missed 7 big chances, and you can only blame our shooting boots. You can't really blame our chance creation on that. Also, the goalkeeper from Leicester stood on his head. He was the best player in the game. That guy made save after save after save after save. If anybody knows his name, please tell me, because his name needs to be put up in lights.
Hermanson.
Hermanson, there you go. That guy was amazing. He saved them so many chances. I think we could have scored 7 goals this game easily, but we took it till late to start scoring in more. And then we go to the first half. Martinelli getting involved. It was nice to see Martinelli finally getting involved. Hopefully this can build him some confidence. He just seemed so happy that he got that goal out of the way. Trossard is Mr. Clutch. He comes in so clutch for Arsenal. How many times is it that we see Leandro Trossard stepping up and getting an equalizer, a goal for us to take the lead, or the opening goal? Leandro Trossard just seems to have the X factor in him, and I'm so grateful that we've signed this guy a couple of windows ago. He's been one of our best January signings in our club's history. Now, Ethan is ready. Ethan comes on and almost scores a goal with his first touch. Ethan makes a massive impact and difference in this team. And as a 17-year-old, yes, he was brilliant. He deserves to play. He deserves more game time. And Mikel Arteta, trusting him today, learned that he's ready to take the game by the scruff of the neck and go and do something. Because a lot of people out there were complacent. We let them get back into the game. After 2 goals were up, we felt like, you know what? We won this game. We went into cruise control. Why are we doing that? We're at home versus Leicester. Stop getting into cruise control. Stop becoming complacent. Take the game and dominate and destroy these guys. And don't let them score. But what can you do when you score? When you concede a goal from absolutely nothing from a corner, and then you get a wonder goal from what's his name? Justin.
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin's
the goal that he
surname.
scored. Nobody's saving that. And overall, we come out of this game with the win, flattering scoreline at the end. Kai Havertz stat pad session, we take it. But hey, I'm happy. I can't be disappointed in the offensive performance. I can't be disappointed in the defensive performance. I'm just very annoyed by how the game went as a whole, really and truly.
I get that. Brandon, there's a comment here from Blaze that says Arsenal won't win the league playing like that. Sorry, do you agree? Is today a sign that Arsenal can't win the league, or the opposite to that?
Do you know what, Tal? It's a difficult question to answer because, right, let's put it this way. This football club never fails to take us on a roller coaster of emotions, right? 93rd minute, I was getting ready, Tal, to come on here and absolutely rip our mentality a new one. Because, you know, everybody looked at this game, Leicester City at home, struggling at the bottom of the Premier League. This is a 3 point. It's a given. You know, it's a given that Arsenal beat Leicester City at home. And then, of course, we go 2-0 up. And then, you know, I understand that there's not much we can do about the 2 goals. One of them, like you say, was a deflection, and the other one, a wonder strike. But, you know, we don't lose concentration. You're 2-0 up. You know, every single game in the Premier League can be turned on its head. Doesn't matter who it is. Yeah. Cannot lose concentration like that. So I was very disappointed with the fact that it went 2-2. And like I say, it up until the 93rd minute, I was coming on here angry, to be fair, because, you know, Man City have just dropped points against Newcastle. Arsenal got to take advantage of that. Do you know what I mean? So, and too many times over the past 2 seasons, when Arsenal have been so close to winning the league, we haven't taken advantage of Manchester City's slip-ups, and that's where the problem has lied. So I'm pleased that we got the win. We deserve to get the win as well, because like you say, we created so many chances in that second half. Their goalkeeper was absolutely outstanding. I think on another day, we would probably score 6 or 7 goals. And look, I heard you pose a question on Straight Facts the other day about Manchester City and Arsenal, and how now that Rodri is out injured, is it kind of a leveller? And I think Manchester City are still the better team and have the better players and the better squad. However, I don't think it comes down to who's the better team to win this league anymore. We've already demonstrated that Arsenal and Man City, there's not much between them. You know, we have a big enough sample size now to say that there's not much between Arsenal and City in terms of quality. Arsenal took 4 points off them last season. We drew at the Etihad with 10 men so far this season. The season before that, we've taken points off of them or very narrowly lost. So in terms of quality, I don't think either side is that far in front of the other. I think what is going to be the key is the mental strength from either side. Now we know City have mental strength in abundance because they've won the last 4 Premier Leagues out of 5, right? And the biggest thing that I've always questioned with this Arsenal side is, do we have the mental strength? And I think now we have the mental edge over Manchester City. And the reason why I say that, or we should have the mental edge over Manchester City, the reason why I say that is because of a few different factors. Yes, Man City have players that have been there, done it, seen it, won it, and Arsenal don't. However, this is an aging Manchester City side. A lot of their, world-class players, a lot of their clutch players are in and around their 30s, if not already in their 30s. This is an Arsenal side now that is no longer a young side. This is an Arsenal side that are in the prime years of their football, 25, 26 years old, right? They've suffered 2 narrow losses in terms of league titles to Manchester City, and hopefully that's done enough to build the strength mentally for us as well. I think what also gives us the mental edge is that Rodri, of course, being an important player for them, is out for the season. And also on top of that, Arsenal have played 3 massive away games already this season and come out of it with 7 points out of 9. City haven't really had to play anybody difficult as of yet. Yes, they played Chelsea, but again, that was at home. They played us at their ground. So it's not a case of.
Well, I think it'd be very different if they went to Stamford Bridge now. Now this Chelsea, they probably have everyone that's going to go away to Stamford Bridge this year. City have probably had it out of all the top 6 teams. City have probably had it easiest because they played them in their first game, and Chelsea have improved so much in the last 6 weeks. It's unbelievable, and I think that the Chelsea team now, with their confidence, could have beaten that City team on the opening day of the season.
I think what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to get to, is if it was just about quality of squad, then Leicester City would never have won the league. It would have been Spurs or Arsenal that season, because on paper, Arsenal and Tottenham both had a better squad. I think this league title is all gonna come down to mental strength. Who's got the mental capability to get themselves over the line? And I really hope that Arsenal have got that. And this is why I say that although I think Manchester City's squad is still better, Arsenal must win this league title this season. We must.
And I understand that, but I think today shows you that mental strength. Today does, because I don't think you conceded because you went asleep or anything. Again, I'm not watching it with the emotions you all do. I'm sitting here and I saw a very fortuitous first goal. And I said yesterday on Straight Facts, they're only scoring by a fluke. And they literally scored with a fluke. And then Justin scored a goal. He'll never score a better goal in his career. In fact, if we were honest about it, it's one of the best goals we'll see all season. And it just happened to be in that game. But from that point, you created something like 3.37 XG, if people like XG, the most this season. You forced the goalkeeper into, I believe it's 14 saves, which equaled the Premier League record. Only 2 other times, Tim Krul and David De Gea, in Premier League history, 30 years, as a goalie made that many saves in a game. What I'd love to see is how many saves those guys made from big chances, because this man, I think, saved 7 big chances today, which I think must be a record. And that's, again, I know as Arsenal fans, you're watching it and you're getting frustrated. I was sitting there and honestly thinking, how is it not 7-8-0 or 2? Because they did score their goals. It was that good a performance. And interestingly, you look at like Chelsea today, deserved everything they got. but they basically, with their first 4 or 5 shots on target, scored them all. Like sometimes these things, you'll have a game soon, Arsenal, where you might only have 4 shots on target and you win 4-0, and it'll feel like a better performance and result. But I think I showed great mentality today. Sorry, because I've got to get through the show, Brandon, and everybody else. Go on, mate. Go on very quickly.
Before you move on, Egal just mentioned about Ethan's ready. I 100% agree. I think it's time now for us to throw this kid in. At the end of the day, Odegaard's out for a while, and he looks ready. You know, he scored 2 goals midweek. Okay, it's only Bolton, but you see the impact that he made when he came on.
He was excellent. You didn't need Thomas Partey up until the 85th minute. He should have come off much. That's the only thing I'd probably criticize your manager with today. We're going to come back to what.